Nice to be back home. This is what the team fought for all year long, and that is home ice advantage here, at least in this first round, as we look at our Wolves starters and scratches. And they are presented by Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Move better, live better. Visit IBJI.com. Eric Selleck on the left side, Tyler Shattuck on the right, Nathan Longpre in the middle on that line. Evan Oberg and Brent Regner man the points, and Jake Allen is in net. Scratches tonight: Yannick Veilleux, Joel Edmondson, Doug Janik, David Shields, Brett Ponich, Derek Nesbitt, Eric Castonguay, Eric Catalyst, Jake Chelios, and Sebastian Wanstrom.
Tonight's goaltending matchup sponsored by Allstate. Allstate, Chicago's own good hands. Blues general manager Doug Armstrong said Jake Allen has a spot in the NHL next season already. Andre Makarov gets the call for Rochester. He was a free agent, undrafted signing by the Buffalo Sabres in his limited edition in the American Hockey League. That's looking like a mighty fine signing. John Anderson has not liked the intensity from his team so far in the postseason. He said, we need to pick it up. Chad Cassidy said his team has been very good going downhill on the forecheck. He wants more of that tonight. And he also says their puck possession game has improved with the additions they got late in the season from Buffalo. A couple
little spirited start.
Beefy lines get the start for the two teams, and some jarring off the puck drop. We're underway. Game number 3 of this best-of-5 series, tied at 1. Selleck, the former Amherst, will dump it in deep for Chicago. In fact, he began his AHL rookie campaign with Rochester. And he's trying to get his nose dirty with the Amherst early in this one, as is Shattuck.
The most impressive player, I think, from Rochester is that man right there, number 18, Colton Gillies. He's a terrific big power forward, and boy, did he get under the skin of some of the defense of the Wolves. Right away off that face-off, Tyler Shattuck was matched up against him, talked to him a little bit, and watched him and followed him all the way over to the penalty box area, gave him a little bit of a hit. And that's what you want here, a little emotion early on. This is the Wolves barn, and you want to have them take notice, and Colton Gillies certainly did that in his own building.
Shot on Corbo, back in. Armia just a bit too high.
That was offside by 5 feet. Not even close.
Armia now trying to help out Porter. Knocked to the ice. Was Porter, first penalty call coming up against the Wolves as Makarov has gone off for the extra attacker. Delorier looking to center out in front. Gauthier Leduc misses the mark. And now we got a fight. Armia and Joe Corbo.
Wow.
The young Finn going at it with the veteran Joe Corbo. And now Hansen and Gauthier Leduc are battling. Delorier comes in. We've got 2 scrums going at one time. So game 3, and finally the sides have seen enough of each other, and it's gotten a bit feisty. A lot of wrestling between Corvo and Armia as they separate. And Tim Mayer, the referee, kept the other 2 combatants from getting engaged.
Yeah, exactly that, which is a good thing. But didn't see how this developed. It started. I'm sure Joe hasn't had a lot of fights as of late, but he's very strong. And as is Armia, a big fella. But quite honestly, this whole play started from an offside. All this good play for the Amherst was because of the offside. It should have not been any action at all. There's the first hit, initial hit. He comes back with a pretty good slash, and he comes back too, Corvo does, and wow, Joe Corvo dropped the mitts. He wasn't happy. I'll tell you what, I know somebody that's going to be pretty happy with that, and that'd be John Anderson to see that play. Joe showing some emotion.
Joe Corvo was getting the initial penalty to put Rochester on the power play. 2 for rough and 5 for fighting to Joe Corvo, and 5 for fighting to Joe Armia. Veroni, who had 23 assists during the regular season, the power play, played it off to Rorino, across to his partner off the traffic wide. Tardif playing his second game, coming back from injury, tries to center. A good paddle down play by Jake Allen. Veroni centers again. Luke Adam, who led the team with 16 power play goals, tried to swing it towards Rorino and cleared out by Longpre.
Great hustle by Longpre to get across quickly and sweep the puck out.
Delorier, who has one of the 3 power play goals, carried up ice. Now he's challenged by Longpre. They both go off for a line change. As the Amherst still have 30 to go in the power play. A break and now a chance, shorthanded for the Wolves. Keith Aucoin hesitates to Cracknell. He shoots, he scores! Adam Cracknell gives the Wolves the lead, 1-0. The second shorthanded goal by Chicago in this series.
Well, you gotta love when you get a guy back down from the National Hockey League and he's excited to be here to play. And that's what it's all about. And I'll tell you a little story as we go along here, but this is just a terrific play. I've mentioned many times about patience with the puck, understanding how much time you have. And this 2-on-1, because Ristolainen takes a gamble and loses. Look at this patience. He's waiting. Ristolainen almost gets himself back into the play. But because of that, the defenseman in the middle of the ice, and we'll see this, Pysyk, he stays there. He doesn't move across. The pass is a beauty across, and it's a one-timer by Cracknell.
Well, and as you were talking about that, Mark Pysyk went towards the Rochester locker room. We got to assume it is a equipment issue.
Sure. When you can get some traffic in front and the shots are in an area where it's not handled cleanly, we're going to see some rebounds come right back out, and that was the case in that last shot. Makarov kicked it right back out into the slot, and Brett Sterling would have had that. One of his 55, his rookie year here at Allstate Arena.
We'll have to see how Brett Sterling Swedish is. He spent last year in the Swedish Elite League back home. Celebrated a birthday the other day with a couple former Chicago Wolves. Brian Fahey I saw amongst the pictures.
One of the greatest plays I ever saw here at Allstate Arena was from him giving up an empty net goal to give the puck to Jason Krog, so Jason Krog would win the Triple Crown.
Unselfish.
That was his last game of the year. Was spectacular to see. Never forget that. For a goal scorer, too.
Yeah, for sure. Rochester shorthanded for the second time. Cracknell was for the shorthanded goal and on the forecheck. Ties up with Petrecki. And the Wolves hold the zone now. Rager shot! A score by Cracknell. He tips home his second of the period.
I thought at first with a little bit of contact that might be looked at, but you have to look where Cracknell is. He's a good couple of feet outside of the crease. Makarov is the one that comes out and kind of bumps into Cracknell. Maybe he's trying to see the shot, the puck from the point from Regner, but there is some contact, and this goes off the shaft. Good forecheck, and what a giveaway. I think that's Veroni that throws it right up the gut, right onto Regner's stick, and he just lets it go. And look at that. Terrific placement on top of the crease, not in the blue paint. And it is actually Makarov who comes out and challenges and bumps into Cracknell.
So the Wolves now 1 for 2 on the NCH Medical Group man advantage as Kandari, Billy's first period intermission guess, kept it alive, but it was offside in the process. So back to Adam Cracknell. Boy, you are certainly right on him coming down and kind of showing the shades of Joel Kwiatkowski, at least with this first period performance.
Well, it's the presence he has, and if you watched him in the first round, he was terrific. He was one of the best players, I thought, for the Blues, and he was very aggressive.
Between the rings, back to the right side, kind of fumbling. It was Cannelli challenged by Petrecki. He gets it ahead, an easy clear for Kevin Porter.
That's unbelievable. There's no need for that to happen. Two guys are passing back. There's no pressure from either one, and they can't control the puck. It's a power play. Take your time, be patient, be smart. Clean passes.
Dari off the skate of Cracknell. Now Jaskin moves in. He plays to Aucoin. Quickly back up top for Oberg. Over to Regner. Now Oberg fakes a shot. He was being challenged by Irwin. They work across to Regner. Had to recollect after the pressure from Schaller. Aucoin gives it back to Cracknell. Return to Aucoin. To the point now for Oberg. Back to Aucoin. Cracknell out in front. Regner lets it go. A stop. Rebound. Aucoin shoots. He scores. 3-0 Chicago. All 3 special team goals.
Well, finally, some better passing. That's what it was all about there. They were on, and I like this play. They were able to move the high men in this situation, going back and forth, with Aucoin moving up higher, finding the far man who has a clean look and a good shot on target. And now with Cracknell in front, you know it's going to be difficult for Makarov to see these pucks. There's a pass across. Regner's shot is on target. Look at that great screen in front. And because of that, a loose rebound goes right to Aucoin. Yes, it is a break, but putting yourself in the right areas to win those pucks is a key. And that might have been swept across. I'm not sure who the defender was coming back, but he might have put it on the stick of Aucoin for the empty netter.
Jaskin might have been pressuring that defenseman, but Keith Aucoin, his second goal of the series, both on the power play. Billy, 85 points in 86 playoff games. Keith Aucoin continues to impress. One of the all-time leaders in AHL points.
Continues to get older. This is tremendous. A terrific career. There's no doubt about that. You need guys like that to be your leaders.
Hansen cuts in. He was denied on a great chance in the second by Makarov. We got some help this time from the defense. Those college kids so good on the backhand, but that puck never settled for him. Wolves now on the power play. Kandari controls. Takes a shot. Wolves 2 for 6 on the NCH Medical Group man advantage. Cannelli to Ty Rattie. Rattie back down low. Canoni carries out of that same corner. Now they go up top. Dari blasts it off the backboard. Joe Corvo moves it away from the pressure of Gillies. Cycling with it, Yaska cuts into a slot. Individual shot. Locked out in front by Pasek. Canoni resets. Spun up top for Corvo. One-timer tip. They score! Ty Rattie's first to the postseason.
Waving this off for some reason.
Oh, yes, they are.
Why is that?
Goalie interference?
No. I have no idea why they're waving this off.
They're going to review it now.
They're going to go. I'm not sure if they think it's a high stick. Here's the shot from Corvo. Deflected once. Deflected twice.
Oh, maybe a kicking motion from Rattie.
Does it hit his leg or does it hit the stick? And is it a kicking motion? He's just trying to put himself into an area. It's all stick. It's the bottom of the stick. We have a good angle here. There's the stick. He changes the direction with his stick of the puck. This angle will tell the story. No. I don't think he kicks this puck in, but
they will use an overhead view of this goal. It's referee Tim Mayer that is looking after it. So John Anderson looking on as the Wolves lead 3-0, trying to make it 4-0, and all 4 goals would come on the special teams if this goal is reversed, but the call on the ice was no goal.
Right, so there's the shot. It's redirected once, drops down. Rattie on the doorstep. Boy, that shin guard. And his shin guard looked like the shaft of his stick, but I'm not sure what they'll see with the overhead angle that they will be looking at right now. At least one referee's in there looking at it. He's looking at it quite a bit. Is it a kicking motion? I don't think it is. I mean, kicking the puck and putting yourself into an area to try to get the puck's a different story, I think. But
see the verdict here from Tim Meyer. Also a good goal.
Yeah, that's what I thought, honestly.
So Ty Rattie's first of the postseason, Billy. He was so outstanding for Portland, the Western Hockey League, a year ago in the playoffs. He had 20 goals in 21 games.
I mentioned this not long ago either. Anybody doesn't know Ty Rattie's numbers, 50 goals in the Western Junior Hockey League in the playoffs. 50 for total in his years. Well, that's what I think, we're hearing now that it's no kicking motion. He was saying it was a kicking motion, the goal. That's why he disallowed it. And he has to see evidence that it was not the case. And he looked it over, and that's what he's saying. It was not kicking motion. So it is a good goal.
Chad Cassidy, pretty calm getting the explanation.
Exactly. Don't you think he was asking, we're looking at it too, but he's saying, listen, he wasn't kicking it. So he was, right after that fact, I think he didn't say anything else.
Nathan Longpre, the 6th shorthanded points during the regular season, shared the AHL lead. So the fans here at the Allstate raise to their feet as Armia hit.
That was coming across. One of those plays where you pick the defenseman as he's moving across, and Armia clipped Oberg from behind. He stayed down for a bit.
And now some shots from parties on both sides. Selleck wants a piece of Pesek. The line staff does a good job of preventing that from happening. Rochester fans, of course, know Eric Selleck, a tough customer. Now we got more wrestling the other way. As Harper went to the ice. And this game can't end fast enough now with 5 seconds to go.
Exactly that. 5.5. The clip from behind was not needed, though, but
unintentional. If you watched Army after it, he was
saying, Anyway, you're right. Face-off will be in the neutral zone to end this one, and I'm not sure what they're discussing on what the minutes should be on the penalties. We're going to have a look at it just to see how blatant it was, or was it inadvertent? There's Oberg in the middle of the screen. Oh boy, that's an awkward-looking situation, though, huh? Look at that left leg. That is bent awkwardly, and he didn't need to bump into him. The play wasn't even around, so see where you'd be a little upset with that. And you've got the right guy on the ice here to come to your aid. So they did have a discussion. I'm not sure what that would be about. A little extra maybe minutes because of the altercation, more than one altercation at the time. Nonetheless, doesn't really matter. They're going to
think anything deserves 5 for fighting, though.
Well, Armina's going to be told to leave the ice, so I'm not sure if you're giving him a little extra here because of the hit. I'm not sure if that was spotted or.
No, they're telling him to go to the bench. He's not even getting a penalty.
He's not getting a penalty.
A sneaky Finn. Now Chad Cassidy not happy about the ruling here. It will be 2 different officials tomorrow night as the teams get together for game number 4.
I'm not sure what this has got to be something that would be against one of the Wolves players, obviously, that might be extended. That's why he's doing what he's doing and trying to find out an answer, because he'd, I'm sure, love to see maybe because of the altercation someone get tossed. Not going to be the case. And you're right, they do switch them up, the referees.
So everything coincides on the penalties. So Rochester remains on the power play with 5 seconds to go.
Face off in the neutral zone, so this should pretty much do it.
Well, Drew McIntyre had a shutout tonight for the Toronto Marlies. He was the last Wolves goaltender to have a shutout, but Jake Allen, who led the American Hockey League with 7 shutouts during the regular season, gets his first career postseason shutout. In his second this year against Rochester, he had a 6-0 win against the Amerks in the only regular season meeting between these two teams at Allstate Arena. Tonight's Game 3 final, 4-0 in favor of the Wolves as they take a 2-1 series lead.
Yeah, 8-0, or pardon me, 8-0. 8 shutouts on the year now for Jake Allen. A special year, and quite honestly, he wasn't tested a lot. There were some good opportunities, without a doubt, for the Amerks, but one of the things I think you would look at is the fact that they only had 18 shots in this game, took a number of penalties that cost him, and the Wolves came out and played an emotional game, something that John Anderson wanted from his club. He wanted to see more intensity. He wanted to see these guys come out and play like it was the playoffs, and I would say they did.